Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So after a long time, we finally got time to upload our next videos. So guys, due to some personal reason, I was unable to upload videos on AWS cloud, but uh, but I promise you, from now onwards, we will try to make the videos on a regular basis, and we'll try to deliver good content to you guys. So yeah, so in today's session, we will be talking about uh, uh, EBS volume and as we know that EBS volume is a network data storage. So basically, we are using this EBS volume to get the data to get the data from the server, like whatever application we are running. If due to some paid server failure, or if due to some fault, if we terminated our C2 server, then in that case we can retrieve the data from that EBS volume. So guys, in today's session we will be looking into this EBS data storage, EBS volume, and like how we are creating EBS volume and how we are attaching this EBS volume to EC2 instance. So let's get started. So first of all, let me show you guys from the initial stage. So first of all, while we are trying to create, you can see this EBS volume type from here in the Elastic Block Storage. We are able to see on this dashboard that there is no any instances running, and if if we see at this volume, so we are not able to find any volume, right? So uh, if we already have any kind of volume, then we will be able to create this EBS volume from the existing volume, right? And one more thing, EBS volume is a availability zone specific, it is means log 2, and availability zone means if you are creating some volume from availability zone Asia Pacific South 1A, right? And then you can use that EBS volume to any of your running server in the same availability zone. And if you want to uh, if you want to use the same EBS volume in another availability zone, then in that case we need to take the snapshot, and we will be copying that snapshot into the different availability zone. Then we will be able to attach that volume into that a specific server, into any EC2 instance running in that specific availability zone. So guys, we will be also looking into that snapshot thing, but first of all, let's go and see how to create the EBS volumes, right? So we will go into our EC2 dashboards, and we can see we are not having any EC2 instance. So let me create an EC2 instance for you guys, and let me show you how what is this EBS kind of things, right? We will select this Amazon Linux 2 server, and then we will select this free tier, then configuration instance, and then number of instance. So here is no required to provide any user data and all. So from next onwards in our next lecture, we will be also discussing all those things. So first of all, then we will go to the add a storage. So guys, here this storage is a root volume, right? So here we can see delete on termination is enabled. So in today's session we will be going to see why this is automatically delete on termination. So we can also add the volume from here if we want to add, but right now we can see root volume is by default delete on termination is enabled. But if we are trying to attach some other EBS volume, so delete on termination is not enabled, right? It means if I will create this instance and we will terminate the instance, so our root volume will be deleted. And if we attach this EBS volume right here, then this volume will not be deleted. It will remain with us. And so the same thing we are going to see on today's session, right? So we are not attaching anything here. We are just going with this default root volume, and delete on termination is enabled, right? And then we will go and add tag name first instance security groups. We can select, we can add, either we can create or we can select existing one. So we can see here, like we have allowed HTTP and SSH traffic, review and launch, and we are taking the TPR, right? Launch instance. So guys, we saw that here is no any volume, right? And once we will refresh, then we are seeing, we can see that one volume is in creating in a state, right? And it is in use, right? And attached information we can see here, this is instance ID and the this device ID XBDA, and volume is okay, and encryption is not allowed on this, right? So yeah, so this instance is running, but status check is initializing. Okay guys, so here if we select this instance and we go into the detailed security and the storage sections, so what we can see here, this is the root device name, right? And this is root device EBS, volume type is EBS, and the block devices attached to this is only one, which is a root device, right? We can see here, right? And if you go to the volume, and then we can see this is in use and this is in available state, right? So from here, like if any EC2 server is running and it is having some kind of like root volume, and we want to create some another volume, then in that case we can go here and we can select this volume. And also we can like see the if we are having like multiple EC2 server is running in our infrastructure, then we can like cross check our EC2 ID here from here, right? And we can go here and we can click on create volume. So volume we can create in a ongoing EC2 server, but better option is like if you are trying to create volume from any like production server or any kind of server, then for like precaution basis, you can like stop the instance and create the volume. But we can also create the volume from a running server, right? And we just go here and click on create volume. And guys, here we can see the volume type here. Volume type basically general purpose SSD GP2 general purpose 2 and 3 is basically like it's 2 is an older version and GP3 is a newer version, right? Provision IOPS like input output per second of SSD. IO01 same thing, like IO01 is the older version, IO02 is a newer version. And in this like volume type you can select, but let's go with the general purpose 2. And size we can select here, right? From minimum 1 GB to maximum 16,384 GB, right? So no need to like take 100 GB. We only take 2 GB size. And one more thing, guys, like it will take the default availability zone, right? So you can also check your device availability zone from here, right? So we can see in the networking section, you can see this is available in Asia Pacific South 1A, right? So and same availability zone is selected by default. So we do not need to like select do anything here. And if you want to like add some tag, then you can add here, but in this case no need to add any tag. You can add tag here, right? Name, and you can say EBS volume, and then create volume, right? So you can see here, this is attached with my EC2 instance, right? If you will expand this, then you will be able to see EBS volume, right? And this is like this. Okay, this comes first. So 8 GB, like it's a root EBS volume, right? You can see it is in use, and the volume which we just now created is in available state, right? Means it is now ready to attach with any EC2, any running EC2 instance from any other EC2 server. So one EBS volume we can attach to one EC2 instance, but on a higher level, like in production server, there is a possibility to attach multiple EBS volume to a single EC2 server, right? So we will discuss about that also in our like next session and all. So for now, we can attach one EBS volume to only one EC2 instance, right? So we can see here it is in available state, right? And we haven't provided any kind of encryption and all. So you can see here, we can see here, this is attached with this instance ID. So what we can do, if we want to attach this EBS volume to the running EC2 server, then we need to select this and we need to go to the action item, right? And we can attach the volume, right? Attach the volume, then it will ask for the instance, like to which instance we want to attach this volume. And here we can see this this is providing the EC2 server from this APSauth 1A availability zone, right? So from here, once you will click here, then you will get like the running server in this availability zone. So we need to select from here, and you can see here, like by default device directory it is giving dev SDF1. So for now, you can see here, there is only one attached EBS volume in the storage sections, right? And there is no other device, right? Only dev xbda, and it is attached. It is 8 GB volume size. And once we will click on this attach, then we can see here this state gets changed from available to in use, right? And you can also see the instance ID to which we have attached this volume and its directory location dev SDF, right? Once we will refresh this instance and check in the storage sections, you will be able to see we have attached this volume successfully, right? So there is like also option available. You can like attach the volume. You can go and from the CLI, you can go and check on EBS volume attach on Linux machine, right? There is AWS documentation available. If anyone wants, then you can go here and read the documentation, right? So for now, as I saw you before that, while we are creating, there is delete on termination volume. So if we go here and check, there is two volume available, right? Available. One is 8 GB, one is 2 GB. 2 GB is like ABS EBS volume, which we just now attached to this EC2 instance, and 8 GB is a root volume, right? So so suppose we are going to terminate this instance now, right? So we have attached the volume, everything, and now we are going to terminate this instance. Then we will see what happened to the EBS volume. So guys, once we will go here and click on terminate, right? So it will gives you some kind of like terminate instance instruction, right? Once you will be going to delete your like EBS EC2 server, then default action is for the root EBS volume will be deleted, right? We can see here root volume EBS to be deleted when the instance is terminated. Storage on any local drives will be lost, right? But the attached EBS volume will not be deleted. So this is because of like a delete on a termination enabled feature, right? So we just click on terminate. It will take some time to reflect the status. It is shutting down. Our server is shutting down. Yes, you can see it will go, right? 8 GB will go. You can see 2 GB is in available state. It is not in use state, right? So it is terminated. Now it will go on. You can see here only this created volume will exist, and our root volume will be lost after terminating the instance. So that's all, guys, for today's session, and we will be seeing the EBS snapshot creation if we want to use the same volume in a different availability zone in our next session. So thank you, guys, and thank you for watching, and thank you for your support. And if you don't subscribe my channel, so please subscribe, like, and comment. And also you can share your views on these things. You need hands-on lab from my side, then we will try to deliver the same thing to you. Okay, guys, thank you very much.